Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free hit the subscribe button. So this is graduation season time, right? And I just want to encourage and inspire all the young graduates. Well, shit, young and old, masters, PhD, but I'm gonna talk about undergraduate and how you should keep your dreams flowing. You understand what I'm saying? Your degree gives you access and certain privileges, meaning that uh, Fortune 500 companies and so on and so forth thinks you have the work ethic and the mental capacity to handle the rigors of their job, right? And 4 years of college just validates and proves that you have a work ethic and you have the ability to have ISO focus, which in turns is what these Fortune 500 companies, these whatever you desire to do in your life, right? And I want to tell you guys my plight real quick. Uh, I went to a few colleges, but ended up graduating from Whittier College, right? And when I graduated from college, I think I was making $10 an hour. I was working at it because I graduated mid-semester, so I had 6 months off, and I didn't, and I knew I wanted to be a school teacher, so I had to work a job um, for adults with disabilities, and I was making $10 an hour. I did that for about 6 months, and then I ended up applying for to be a school teacher. And I didn't work in a school district. I work at a non-public school. It's called a non-NPS, right? And I was making $28,000 a year, $28,000 a year, and I thought I had made it, man. You know what I mean? I swear to God, I thought I was like King Kong. Wow, $28,000 a year, which equated to about $2,000 a month, right? Because teachers we get paid in 10 months in 10-month increments. So divide $28,000 in 10 months, which is $2,800. But I was probably bringing home about $2,200 a month, which is probably less than $100 a day, like $98 a day I was making. But I wasn't big on numbers back then, right? And what I didn't do my young years was keep on creating strands of revenue. I was always a hustler, but I would say for the first 2 years, because I didn't have to pay back my school, my student loans. They were in deferment or forbearance. I forget either of the two. But I just want to remind you guys, you got another 75 years to live once you graduate. I'm speaking to the 21, 22, 23-year-old graduates. And you got a long life after you graduate. And what I didn't know and what I didn't have the aptitude to know was to keep on creating strands of revenue. So flipping that money, keep on flipping that money. You understand what I'm saying? And my process was slow and grow, because I was never around much money as a as a young adult, and more importantly, I didn't really have anybody in my immediate circle that was exceptionally influential in terms of like on the ground level. I knew a whole bunch of professional athletes because I grew up in LA, so we all went to camp together, and and I know them guys. I'm talking about just like real men that you would see every day that had money. I wouldn't. I didn't have that opportunity. I didn't have those opportunities, so I never really valued a dollar. I had to teach myself this, right? And what I want to tell the young graduates, if I can, if I may, is keep on creating strands of revenue and make sure every dollar that comes through your hands, every 25 cents dollar, it has value. It adds value to your life. My thing was cars, man. I went from an Oldsmobile Omega to a Honda Civic, and when I got that job, I ended up getting a 5.0 Mustang. And but I was paying 14%. I remember I was paying 14% interest on my Mustang, and it was one of the dumbest investments I ever could have did. But I didn't know any better. I was like, oh, $300 car payment, I can afford that, right? It was a used Mustang, but it looked good, convertible, 22 years old. I was in probably arguably some of the best days of my life in terms of being in shape, right? And I wanted to be that LA dude, want to be that nigga. You know what I mean? But if I would have took that money from like 22 to 30 and valued every dime, every cent, without a doubt, I would be in a better position than what I am today. And 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 I just want to encourage you guys because everybody, a lot of people are graduating this year. I was going through my timeline, which what inspired me to actually talk about this with you guys. I made a lot of financial mistakes, up until like 25. You understand what I'm saying? Then I started to get it 20, slow by slow. I was just blowing money. I was traveling. I don't know how I was doing this shit because because I didn't have a savings. I didn't have a savings, so I was literally just blowing through money. You understand? I might have had like $3,000 in the bank, $2,000 in the bank. Nothing substantial, nothing that could change my life, or you understand what I'm saying. But and I tell you what helped me. I started my training business, and then I started seeing revenue. Like 'cause my training business was primarily primarily a cash flow business, right? And so with that being said, I started training like influential people, right? Most notables like guys like Master P and uh, you know, I had all the high school kids, you know what I mean? Like DeMar DeRozan, Romeo Miller, shit. Uh, what's these kids' names? Um, why am I drawing a blank? The left-handed kid, the left-handed guard, man. Brandon Jennings, Jonathan Gibson made the NBA as well. Taj Gibson in the NBA. So I started hanging around all these kids, right? But more importantly, those names allowed me to train like these elite white athletes, or just the white athletes that wanted to be successful, or the black athletes that just wanted to be successful, right? They wanted to give their kids the best opportunity, and they could afford my training, right? And that's when the first time my ears started opening up, seeing a father and a mother drop their kid off, and they in like a family Lexus car, a family Lexus truck. And then little by little, I didn't know this at first sight, right? I didn't know this what was happening, but every time I saw them, it taught me about money, right? It taught me responsibility. It taught me how to understand to be a man, right? And 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 I would say that not that alone, but me having a training business, it helped me financially, but it helped me see another side because I was training like black families that was married, husband and father, Asian families married, wife and husband, white families married, and the conversation was never the discussion about the money. It was conversations about how good training is coming, how they project their athletes to be, about life, where I'm at, because they knew I was young, 25, 26, and uh, so they wanted to help me. They wanted to like uh, water my tree per se. You understand what I'm saying? And that helped me so much, man. Like training and being around those type of quality of people helped me so much, and uh, which in turn allowed me to see another side, right? Because I mean, just to be truthfully honest, if I'm around Master P every day, I mean, I was training Little Romeo every day, right? And just to be around that, around the alpha male father, and don't take no bullshit, can't fuck up. You understand? Not he didn't control me, but I'm just saying that's the type of person that he is. And Master P probably don't know this, but this is like the relationship that he had with his sons. You understand what I'm saying? Being around all his children, and how Romeo like revered me, saw me as like his mentor, and I had him for 2 years, and it was a great experience. But just seeing that example of a man and son and his family helped me immensely in terms of valuing money. You understand? Because you can't help but understand money when you're around money, right? If I'm around my dudes in the neighborhood talking gang shit, smoking weed, I'm not saying that's what they do, but I'm just giving you guys a comparative analysis. I'm saying that's not just what they do, but I'm saying if I'm around guys in the neighborhood smoking weed, chasing women all day, you know, um, a pimped out Cadillac Cutlass. You guys know what I'm saying? A Cutlass, a Cadillac, Seville. You guys know what I'm talking about. When I was young, it was the Sevilles, right? And that helped me so much. And part two to that is because of my training business, I actually met my business partner who actually took the time to teach me about property, right? So that's why I want to encourage the graduates. Don't stop growing. All right. It took me. I had a 3 year gap where honestly, I was an above average educator, but I was just turning up. Like I wasn't like saving. I was a good person. I'm just talking about just in terms of like saving money and projecting. I got another 70 years. Oh hell no. Because when you're young, you think that you have the whole rest of your life, and even if you make a mistake now, you definitely can recover, right? And so you guys are gonna get a check in about 90 days. That's probably more than you've probably ever gotten, right? I don't know how much it is, and I don't choose to care how much it is, but I want you guys to value that and see that as an investment to your future. It's not just to pay your bills. It's not just to pay your car payment, pay your student loans back, help your mom out, help your dad out. In addition to all those needs and wants and desires that you have with your check, see it as payment as an investor. Your employer is your investor to your purpose. And I don't know what your purpose is, whether you want to be the greatest lawyer, whether you want to change the world through law, whether you want to change the law through hair, whether you want to change the law, change the world, excuse me, through like sports and entertainment, whether you want to do it through being a broadcaster on TV. Whatever your purpose is, whatever you believe your purpose is, right? That check is an investment to the greater you. And I just don't want you guys to make the mistakes that I made. Financially, I just stalled out. I thought I was fucking balling. Man, I thought I was fucking balling, man. And I wish I had those years back. And I wish I had those years back with the brain that I have today. And I know hindsight is 50-50. And, but at the end of the day, I wish I can get that. I wish I had that knowledge. I didn't have it. And more important, I didn't have the experiences. I never saved money. I think you know, I didn't have a checking account in college because I wrote bad checks. I was so poor that I had to write bad checks to eat, right? So I would go into like, that's when we paid with checks, pay with credit cards now and PayPal and all that shit. But you literally can go to a store and write a check. You know what I mean? And I was in a check systems for about 2 years, and I couldn't write a check. So up until like I got a job and I had to petition it or something like that, they kick you out for like a year or 2 years, whatever the case may be. Then I went into the bank and I actually got that back started. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just my experiences. College was great to me. I don't overvalue my degree. Um, it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it opens up a lot more doors than just a high school diploma. That is a guarantee. Um, and but enjoy, turn up. May month is graduation, man. Turn up, have a great time. Love your family, be proud of your accomplishment. Don't let no one uh, don't let no one sit and be like, well, it's just a BA. You got to get your master's, you got to get your PhD. Yes, you may want to pursue those things. If you do, I mean, congratulations, do that. You understand what I'm saying? But financial freedom is the key. All right, fine. You can have all the degrees in the world. The only thing you can transfer to people below you is what you own. All right, what you physically own, whether it's money or whether it's property. You can't, if you work for someone, or whether it's what you own. If you work for Nike, you can't transfer your job to your child. If you died at Nike at 90 years old and you was making $1.5 million a year, hypothetically, right? You can't transfer that $1.5 million salary to your son or your grandson or your great grandson at that point. You can't do that, right? They have to start at the $50,000 mark, $100,000, wherever the baseline is, right? Depending on your experiences and your education, right? But if you own it, if you die with $1.5 million in your bank account, guess what you can do? You can transfer that money down to your great grandson, $1.5 million. If you have a property in Maui, Hawaii, and it's worth $2.5 million, guess what happens when you die? That $2.5 million gets immediately given to your great grandson or great granddaughter, depending on your will and your living trust, whatever you guys have in mind. But just keep that in mind. All right. So when you go get a job, I went out and got a job. I didn't think, honestly, I had an entrepreneurial spirit, but I didn't really fully grasp the concept of being an entrepreneur. I didn't fully grasp the concept of working for myself. I thought I had to go be a school teacher and be a high school coach. And that was like my dream. That was like, quote unquote, like my purpose in life, was to inspire and encourage people who are the same color as me. And more importantly, be in my community. You understand? Making a difference is what we all inherently want to do. So, I just want this message to be a message of encouragement. You're going to get your degree. You're graduating from junior college. You're graduating from your tech school. Whatever you're graduating from, be proud of yourself and understand the next check you get, if you're going to work for someone, is your investor. All right. Your employer is your investor to your purpose. All right. And enjoy it, man. Have a great time being 21, 22, 23 with a degree. No matter where it's from. ITT, West Coast College, or if it's from Hampton, or if it's from Norfolk State. Wherever it's from, be proud of yourself for accomplishing something special. All right. And but just know, in addition to being proud and accomplishing what you want, financial freedom is the key. All right. Financial freedom is the key. And I can't harp that enough. I want all of us to win 1,000%. Congratulations to the 2018 graduates. And I'm excited for y'all future, man. The world is such, oh man. Man, it's so many ways to create your own opportunity. And I know when I graduated from college, the 60s graduate was like, man, I wish I could have graduated in 2000. So many more opportunities. And I'm like, where's the opportunity? But at the end of the day, man, the world is a beautiful place, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy having dinner. It's Saturday. A lot of colleges are graduating today, this week, and next week. And more importantly, Memorial Weekend. A lot of colleges are graduating. Enjoy this time, man. Celebrate the friendships you have, man. I have 6 friends from college. I tell you guys fairly often that we text all the time, right? All the time. We always out and about, texting each other, seeing what we're doing. And it's just a beautiful thing, man. So I salute y'all. Congratulations. And no doubt y'all our future. So every president in America, just from a goals perspective, all right, every Secretary of State, right, started where you're at right now. All right. So just think, man, you can accomplish so much, man. Anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Happy Saturday. We got fights this weekend. It's more of a novice weekend in terms of fight. Bellevue Hayes about to come on in a little bit, and we also have Triple G and Vanis Marderosian today. I'll be there giving you guys coverage. And but graduates, man, fucking enjoy. Turn up, enjoy this day, enjoy this week, and on the 8th day, get to work. Financial freedom is the key. I'm gonna tell you guys again, financial freedom is the key. Congratulations, too. Peace, guys.